Page 23. I already did number one, but you can just kind of look and see. Here, the opposite plus 5 is minus 5. Subtract 5, you get 20. Divide by negative 5. Whenever you divide by a negative, you do flip your sign. If you notice, I first chose C, but you have to flip your sign. So make sure you don't do a silly mistake like I did at first. And whenever you divide by a negative, you do have to flip your sign. The reason I scribbled all this out, that's just notation. You're going to see that on this as well, but just kind of ignore that first part. So on number 2, we would distribute. So we get 2x minus 18 greater than or equal to 5x plus 15. So I'm going to subtract 5x. I like to get the variable on the left side. So 2x minus 5x is negative 3x. Minus 18 greater than or equal to 15. Add 18. And we get negative 3x greater than or equal to 33. And then divide by negative 3. X, whenever you divide by a negative, you flip your sign. Less than or equal to negative 11. So what you should have gotten for this one is A. Now what you all can do is use Desmos. So I'm going to type in exactly what we see here. All right, and always double check yourselves. So 2x minus 18, that's right, greater than or equal to 5 parentheses x plus 3. You won't see it on the graph, you're going to zoom out, and then you click right here, you get negative 11. What's nice about doing it in Desmos is if you look at the shading, it points the direction it's supposed to be shaded. If you notice that less than or equal to sign is pointing to the left, that's because we're shading to the left. So that's something that you can remember very well. And if you get on the SO and you've forgotten how to do it by hand, use Desmos. All right. Number 3. Joel sells ice cream cones at the county fair. He has to rent the equipment for $36 and spends 52 cents on ingredients for each cone. What is the minimum number of cones that Joel has to do? So, he wants to make a profit. I think anybody with a business wants to make a profit. So what you have to do is you have to rent the equipment for $36. So we know we need to make more than 36. He sells each one at $1.40 each. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 1.40x, because times in however many he sells. But then he spends 52 cents on ingredients. If he spends that, is he making money on what he's spending on ingredients or losing money? Losing, yeah. If you have to buy ingredients or whatever, whenever you have to buy a product, you lose money, but then you make profit in the long run. So subtracting 52 cents times x, depending on however many cones. But it says, what is the minimum? So which sign would I use? Would I use greater than or equal to or less than or equal to? If he... Yes, greater than or equal to. Because the smallest number he wants to make is $36. He's hoping to make more than that, but the smallest number he wants is 36. So you got to get greater than or equal to. So then you just combine like terms. Whenever you combine like terms, that'd be 88 cents x. Greater than or equal to 36. Divide by 0.88. And you get x is greater than or equal to 40.909. So which one of these answer choices is x is greater than or equal to 40.909? It says a minimum number. So would it be B or C? B. C, good. Why is it C and not B? Could someone tell me? Yeah, well, and also it says minimum number. Well, if this is the minimum number, is 40 smaller than that or bigger? Smaller. That's why it cannot be 40. All right. Then on this page, this one you could do in Desmos, or you can work it out by hand. If we work it out by hand, I'm just going to do it over here. We get negative 24D. And then negative 8 times negative 2 is a positive 16. Greater than or equal to negative 200. We need to subtract 16. That gave us negative 24D greater than or equal to negative 216. And then divide by negative 24. And we will get something. What's that? Yeah. So you get 9. What happens to your sign, though, since we divide by a negative? It has to flip. So the correct answer for this one should be B. Why is it not D? What's wrong with D?
It's an open circle.
It's an open circle. Good. So you got to pay close attention to that. Now, who remembers if we were going to do this in Desmos, what would we have to do different if we type this into Desmos? Can we type in that D? What variable would I have to change the D to? X. So instead of 3D, I'm going to put in 3X minus 2. And then it's greater than or equal to negative 200. Whenever you do that, you come over here, press this button. You get 9, and it's shading to the left. So you know it's that one. Any questions about that? If this was a dotted line, then it would have been D. But since it's a saw line, it is B.